We got to revisit a question we had last week. We could not answer.
What is that?
We got a real broad question in our Ask Junior, and sometimes those are tough. Funniest thing you've ever seen at a track? We went to social media to help us answer this question. So, Leah, take us down this road. I'm so eager to go down.
We got a lot of responses. The first one that came in was from Chicagoland in 2004 when the inflatable orange got loose.
That was a good one.
Todd Zegedy almost whaled that thing, driving for Nemco, I believe.
Oh, the wind caught it and sent it down the front straight.
This wasn't a beach ball, man. That thing was like...
Yeah.
It was huge.
I remember that.
And then we had a couple others, the usual, fans climbing fences, things like that.
The fan that climbed the fence at Richmond and sat up there for many, many laps.
That guy was
Set
a
in
donkey.
turn 4, causing a caution. Yep, somebody, Scott Clark tweeted us that one. Gail chimed in. She said, Brad Keselowski calling Kyle Busch an ass in intros was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny.
The fire extinguisher guy on Alex Bowman's burnt car at New Hampshire.
Very good.
That's a good one.
That's
a
probably
great one.
That's one of my favorite gifts.
He tripped and fell before he got to the car, and the fire extinguisher went off.
I don't remember this.
Oh, hold on.
It's great. You got to look at this.
Okay.
I have video of it.
It's just the way Alex just he's like
he throws his hands up.
He's like, oh my God. All right. I mean, the car caught on fire. He's frustrated. Okay. There's Alex, burning race car. He's climbing out. He's frustrated. Long day. Long life. Like he's throwing his hands up in there like, what could happen to me next? Now he's thinking, let's put this fire out, guys. Here they come. Here they come. Here comes the brigade. Hey, watch out!
Keystone
The
Cops.
fire extinguisher went off.
I didn't remember that.
And then
hysterical.
Alex throws his hands up. Or whatever,
So funny.
and he just walks out of frame, which is perfect.
That's good.
Yeah. Almost like this was like
That's good.
that looked like
Cue the truck to hit its
that
mark.
looked like a choreographed scene to a comedy like Talladega
true.
Nights 2.
Yeah.
Keystone Cops,
It's like
man.
a Charlie Chaplin movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could almost see it coming too. Like he was never he didn't have steady feet. As soon as he hopped out of there, you saw it coming. We had a lot of people talk about different animals that have been on track.
Yep.
We've
Chasing
seen fox, jumped over the wall, and there's a dog. I don't know. There was all kinds. I looked it up on YouTube.
Did y'all think of any?
Nope.
I got a list.
Oh,
You made a list.
a list.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I put a little thought
Oh,
to
my
it.
gosh.
I mean, I had to put a little thought to it because it's hard to do that right on the spot on YouTube Live, Some of these are not public knowledge. A few that are. Let's see here.
Uh-oh.
I've got
Be worried, Dell.
the time DW farted in the booth.
Allegedly.
You totally did.
That was funny.
Yeah. He really farted. Maybe it was Mike Joy, but probably DW.
DW
was one
took
of
the
the-
fall.
That's a
He
good
took the
point.
fall.
We don't know for a fact that it was
an
DW.
it was an old man fart.
So it could have been either one of them.
Yeah.
So it was airy.
Okay.
Damn.
The time Tim Richmond showed his ding-a-ling in the Winston All-Star photo.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I mean, after all these years, it's still
it's funny
Still
to
funny.
funny to a select group of folks, yeah. Probably not the ones that were there. Not
No,
the guy
Bobby
that-
Allison
not-
was laughing, though,
Not,
if you look
not
at
Neil
him.
Bonnet, who had the
was right.
dingling next to his head. Does that not disturb anybody?
Yeah, no. That's right. None of these would be funny for some people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if DW farting in the booth, I mean, it's probably not funny to Jeff Gordon. I don't know. I mean,
No.
who knows?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see here. The time we were heading to an airport after an appearance in New York, and Dale Jr. asked the driver to pull over on a busy interstate
Tell you,
so
huh?
he could hop the guardrail and take a shit.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
It was, you have those moments where it's now or never.
It was now or never. He said, stop this car right now. We had a media reporter with us. We had Wright Thompson, who's just skyrocketed in his popularity.
Was
as a
that his
rider.
lead?
He wanted it to be, but I think we asked him not to. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
But he had been following us. We wwent to Jon Stewart Daily Show that day, and then we did a Budweiser appearance with Arturo Gotti. We were heading to the airport, and Dale Jr.'s like, pull over. The best part was, and I'm trying to explain this visual here. The best part was when he came popping out of the woods with no shirt on.
Well, damn.
Oh, you
what do
gotta
you
use-
think? Guys?
No. I mean, you don't have to explain yourself. I appreciate that. But the fact is, it was funny seeing him with no shirt on, getting into this airplane with no shirt on. The pilot's looking like, what the hell?
What the hell y'all
hell
getting
is
into?
his shirt?
What the hell y'all done?
R.I.P.
That
the
was some
shirt.
What kind of appearance is
Right.
that?
Yeah.
Dale Jr., you'll remember this one. The time we were taking a private tour of Graceland, I had to send a couple
laughing.
text
Oh,
messages.
I remember this.
I had to send a couple texts.
This didn't happen at the track.
No, this wasn't at the track. You're right.
Yeah. But yeah, still great.
I had to send
funny,
a couple
funny stuff.
text messages from my phone, and I just very simply needed a place to sit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So he steps over a velvet rope and sits on Elvis's couch that hadn't been set on in 30 years.
Since
the-
Elvis,
Since
I
Elvis
think.
was alive. So we're standing in the living room, and there's a small, narrow space for us to walk and take the tour, and there's a velvet rope, and then there's Elvis's living room, and you're just able to look at it. And Mike just was on the phone. He just kind of stepped through that rope and sat down on the couch, and the lady comes in there and goes, "Get up, get up, get up!" Freaking out. She's
She
like,
was freaking
"No
out.
one has sat on that couch since Elvis was here."
And now Mike Davis.
But lady, this is a very important phone call. It was comfortable. I ain't gonna lie. Elvis had some couches now, and I can attest to that. And then lastly, this is back at the racetrack. That time Dale Earnhardt told Richard Childress under caution, "I'm going to be off the radio for a while." The next time you saw the car rolling by, there he was, Dale effing Earnhardt, sitting outside the window cleaning off his windshield.
That was a good one.
Love that clip to this day. It is
Badassery.
still badass.
We complain about track position or how important, fans will be like, "Oh, track position, that's all I hear about, track position." Well, there you go. It was important back then.
Yeah,
He didn't want to come down pit road and give up the track position.
that's right. There were some honorable mentions, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the funniest fight is ever John West Townley and,
Yes.
and Spencer
Yes.
Gallagher.
That was a good one.
Yes.
That was
Rolling
hysterical.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. That was, but it didn't make my list of 5.
I feel like a lot of the funny, like obviously just NHRA for me, a lot of the funny things that I've seen cameras don't catch, like, guys getting, kind of stuck in Porta-Johns. Like I saw John Forrest going to Porta-John once, and somebody, I don't even remember who it was, rode up on a scooter and just parked the scooter in front of this Porta-John door and he couldn't get out. Like,
That's funny.
just stuff like that,
Yeah.
just little pranks in the pits.
Do you guys know? Fat Boy Donnie. I think his last name's Etling. Donnie Etling.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But his nickname's Fat Boy. Everybody calls him Fat Boy. He was in a Porta-John at Dover, and TJ went and started shaking it really bad, and it was that Porta-John right by that crossover bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
And knocked it over, which I don't know how that happens with him in it. But Donnie, you could hear him screaming in it. Oh yeah.
Oh,
That happened to Teddy Christopher, the late Teddy Christopher. He wrecked the crap out of Bruce D'Alessandro in Speed Weeks one day, sent him to the hospital. The next day, I believe it was, at the track, I remember Teddy was in the Porta-John, and his D'Alessandro's crew came over and tipped the Porta-John over with him in it. And the door was facing up, and I just remember Teddy getting out of that thing, and it looked like a spaceman coming out of the capsule because the door opened up, and here comes a crap-covered modified racer.
Has everybody at one point in their lives between the four of us shit their pants? You never have, Leah?
As an adult.
I mean, when I was a
As an
kid.
No,
adult.
not as an adult.
Wouldn't it
I'm
be-
talking
it's gotta be adult.
beyond diapers.
Oh,
No.
Did you?
I'm
think so.
sure there has been.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
Matt's
Twice.
holding
I
up.
think we talked
Twice.
about this, but maybe we haven't.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
I think I did last time. Maybe I was about 12 years old.
That was the last time.
Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Really?
I don't know that was the last time. I've got a memory.
Oh,
Do you remember at Watkins Glen, was this you shit your pants or pissing? Because at Watkins Glen, you just finished an Xfinity race and you said on the radio, "Mike, come meet me at the car." And I go to the car and you said, "Get me the golf cart."
I think I
Remember this?
had to poop.
Oh,
Oh.
it was one of them New York interstate incidents.
Yeah. Yes.
I got you.
Have you crapped yourself as an adult, though? Like, do you remember? Like,
Me?
as an adult?
I don't know. I think I did one time coming home from vacation. It was a long time ago. It was probably 98, 99 or something. I was out partying, raising hell for a couple days with some friends, and we were driving home, and it was one of them things. Pull over now. We got to go. Pull over now, and we didn't get in there quick enough.
TMI.
Okay.
Full
Wait, I'm not. I don't.
conversation
I
is
can't. I don't
TMI.
feel comfortable asking
Yeah.
Leah.
I don't think I
She
have.
said she hasn't.
Yeah.
She has.
She wouldn't tell.
Mike
She wouldn't
Scott-
tell us if she
She
did.
would.
Look,
Mike
wouldn't
had
it
to
be?
have.
Wouldn't it be hilarious? Well, I'm sure I have. I mean, but I don't remember.
How do you
an
not
incident.
remember?
Well, I mean, it would have been a long time
It's
ago.
scarring.
Wouldn't it have been?
How could you not remember?
It stains you
Literally.
forever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been funny if the three of us had not had one, but Leah was the only one that remembers shit?
This is enough of this.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Hey, you started it.
Let's go. Let's move on.
All right.
No better way to open the Chase Elliott's episode than talking. Every
I
piece
farted.
of that gets in the TV
I
show.
should have said I farted in the booth.
Did you?
Yeah, oh yeah. I've slipped some out. Not during the race, I don't believe.
Not-
Maybe I've had. Yeah, sure. I probably have during the race.
Does it matter?
If you can't hear it, it didn't happen.
Is
I'll
it-
tell you the fun. This can go on the show. Doesn't have to go on the show. Doesn't really matter.
I have a
So
feeling it will.
We're all in the booth, and we all have our headphones on, right?
Yeah.
It's before the race, so there's nothing happening there. Everybody's just kind of sitting and waiting, biding their time. It's me. I don't think Burton was in there yet. Whoever was in the booth with me, and a couple other NBC folks working that are hanging out, and I had to fart and I slid one out, and I'm like, man, you know what? I don't even know if that one made any noise or not. It could have been loud as hell because I've had my headphones on, and so no one else in there has headphones on, and I'm thinking they either all heard that, or they didn't, right? And now I turn around and I'm like, huh? No, I'm looking for a smirk or a laugh. It's nothing. And no, I just couldn't. So I still don't know to this day whether I offended the hell out of those people.
Isn't there a way to talk to people without everyone hearing it? So if they heard it, did y'all like, hey Marv, did y'all hear that?
Right.
Dale just ripped one, right?
Hey, Dale
But Dale would
farted.
never know it, right? They could talk about behind your back,
Back.
basically.
Dale puts his headphones on and forgets that forgets that farts make noises.
Forgets that he's not in his living room. Hey, nobody can ever accuse him of not being comfortable in the booth, right?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Seriously, he's just right. He's right at home in the booth.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
was-
headline.
I learned a good lesson that day. I was like, man, don't
Don't assume.
assume that it's not going to make any noise.